Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Robinson here again. We are continuing our study skills series, dedicating the show to this nice young man. His topic is going to be converting between fractions and decimals. Don't forget, if you need help, there's Dial a Teacher Homework Helpline at 212-777-3380. Monday to Thursdays, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Give him a call. Don't forget, you can watch our shows on YouTube. My channel name is Dan Robinson, PKMS. Subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Dr. Rob has a channel, and he does write back if you write him a comment. Check out our latest release, PKMS Math Prep 21, a salute to the heroes of the pandemic. You can tweet me at DRobMath1. Don't forget to watch our show Math Time on Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Optimum Cablevision, only in Peekskill on Channel 15. All right, so let's get going. So we are going to learn about converting between fractions and decimals. So decimals to fractions on this calculator, the TI-30XII solar-powered calculator, we're going to use that to help us out. So we got an example here, 4.52, and we're going to enter that number into our calculator. Then the second step we're going to do is press the button called second. It's located right up here on the top left. And then we're going to press the PRB button. It's located next to the log button. So, and on top of that, by the way, it says F_D. And why did we press the second button? Because we want the F_D to be in play. So that's the fraction to decimal button. So that's a key button. So again, type in your number, press second, then PRB, and then press enter, and you'll see the magic work. So let's get our calculator and do what we said. So step one, type in your number, 4.52, press second, and PRB, move over just a little bit, Dr. Rob, PRB, which is located for me right there. You'll see the F_D, which is changing from fractions to decimal. So back and forth. So we're going to use that button. Now we're going to press enter, and there's the magic. You get 4, a little U, 52/5. So let me pull that out. That's exactly what you see on your calculator screen. And as I said in class, what does that mean? It means 4 units. So the 4U would be 4 units. So that's just the number 4 whole units. Then you got the 52/100, which is the remaining fraction. So you've got a mixed number there, 4 and 52/100. That's what the real actual answer is. So we changed 4.52 into 4 and 52/100. So that's pretty good. I would recommend you take a look at that other video I made about using the decimals calculator. So it does a little bit faster. So let's try write some decimals as fractions or mixed numbers in simplest form. So let's start off with the first one here, 0.7. So let me get my calculator. Let me clear this out. Type 0.7, which is the number. Then I'm going to press second and the PRB button, which is here, which has the F_D over on top of it. And then press enter. And there is my answer, 7/10. Let's shrink that a little bit. So 7/10. There we go. All right, let's try one more. Let's try one with a negative this time. I like this one down here. -2.07. All right, so let me get my calculator again. Clear this out. Move over just a little bit, Dr. Rob. So -2.07. 0.07. Press second, and then PRB, and that you will see your F-double-R-D button, fraction to decimal, and now there's the magic. It changes that into -2, which is the whole units, and a 7/100, which is just -2 and 700ths. So there's how we do it, changing decimals or mixed or negative integers, negative rational numbers, into fractions with the calculator. All right. So I hope you understood what we did. If you're not sure, rewrite your questions and bring them into class, and I'll answer them in class. Let's go backwards now. Let's change from a fraction to a decimal. And I have a little tip up there, I see. What's the tip, Dr. Rob? Fractions are division problems. That's a good tip. All right, so how do we enter this mixed number 7 2/9 into our calculator? Well, we type the whole number, which is 7. So we'll type in the 7 first. So let's get marker 7. And then we press the ABC button. ABC button is the fraction button. There it is, located right there under the PRB button, which we pressed. So it's located right underneath that. So press that. Then you're going to type in your numerator, which is a 2. Then you're going to press again the ABC button, which separates the numerator from the denominator. And now I'll type in my 9, and that's how I'm going to type in 7, ABC 2, ABC 9. That'll give me how I type in 7/9. Then I'm going to press the enter button, and then I'm going to do those same steps I did like before. I press second button, and then I press the PRB button, which is the fraction to decimal button, and then the fourth and final step is to press enter to see what I got. So let me get my calculator up. Let me move over a little bit and press clear. So I'm going to press 7, and let me press this button because that's how I get the whole units, but you would press the ABC button. And now I'm going to type the numerator, and I have a fraction button for me, but you'll press the ABC button, and that's my ABC button. And then I'll press the denominator, and that's how it looks for me in there, but you'll press 7 ABC 2 ABC 9. All right, now that I got that in, it says press the second button and then press PRB. My PRB is my fraction to decimal button located there, and you'll see F the arrow to D, a double arrow D, and that will now get us to press enter so we can see the magic. Oh, we took 7U2 or 7 whole units and 2/9 and changed it to a decimal. So what do we see on the screen? A 7 with a whole lot of 2s. So that's what we got as our answer. But the actual answer, when you have a decimal that's repeating like the 2 is, it must be written in using what's called bar notation. What do we mean by bar notation? Well, the number that's repeating, we're going to put a bar on top of it. So 7 is the whole number. There's my decimal point. I got all of these 2s repeating. So let me write the 2, and I'm going to put a bar on top of it, which means that number repeats often and to infinity. So 7.2, and with the line over the 2 means the number 2 is going to be repeating over and over forever. So we just took a fraction or mixed number and translated into a decimal using the calculator. All right, let's see if you get it. I hope you get it. If you're not sure, rewatch the video, write down your questions and bring it in, but we need to practice. So write the fraction or mixed number as a decimal. What's this tip? Fractions are division problems. Dr. Rob keeps saying that. Well, they really are. I'm going to look at the first one, 5/9. Let me get my calculator one more time. Let me clear this. I'm going to type in a division problem. The numerator divided by the denominator, because I know the fraction bar is a division problem. Watch what I get when I press enter. I get all of these 5s. Now, wait a minute, Dr. Rob. You mean I don't have to do all those steps? No, you could have pressed your fraction in. Let me put my fraction in. Let me go back, sorry. Let me type my numerator and then my denominator. And notice that that's how I use my fraction button on this computer calculator, because it's in the old classic mode. So it gives us the division sign. So that's how I know I'm going to get the same answer, because that's how we write division. So when I press enter, I get 5/9. There's my fraction. Let me press second. PRB, there's that fraction to decimal. So I'm going to take my fraction, change it to a decimal, and there you have it. It's the same thing as I would have just said 5 divided by 9. So that's the same. I get the exact same thing. So Dr. Rob, you mean I could have saved myself some time doing this work just by typing 5 divided by 9, or the numerator divided by the denominator? Yes, because fractions are a division problem. So, oh, look, I didn't write out all those 5s. I remember from the other screen it said, if you have a repeating decimal, just put a line over the number that repeats. So you see all those 5s repeating? So I just put a line over the 5. So that's the steps. So let's try one from on the end. Let's do number 4, 7/30. So let me get my calculator. Let me clear all this up. So 7/30. So 7 ABC button, 30th. Press enter. There's my fraction. Now that I have my fraction, I press second and fraction bar. And notice I did not have to type 7/30 because it's in the calculator's memory. So now I'm going to change my fraction to a decimal, press enter, and there's what I get. Now, Dr. Rob said his tip was just take the numerator, press divide by the denominator, and you'll get the same thing. Look at that. That's true. So I get 0.2 with a lot of 3's repeating. So I just have 0.2 with a line over the 3. And there it is, 0.2 with a line over the 3. So this is getting easy, I hope, for you. If you're not sure, rewatch the video and write down your questions. If you're getting it, great. I have a few more, and I'd like to try one with a fraction and a negative number in it, like number 6. Now, here's what's interesting. We got to change this mixed number, fraction or mixed number as a decimal. Now, we want to change this to a decimal, but I already noticed right here, the -2 is already an integer. I need the 1/3 as a decimal. And I remember Dr. Rob said in his tip, 1/3 is just 1 divided by 3, which is all of those 3's. Or I could have put in -2, press my units, whole units, and 1 for ABC button, 3rd, and press enter. I got my fraction. Now press second, PRB button, and there's my fraction to decimal. Press enter. Oops, let me delete that. Press enter, and I get -2, 3, 3, 3, 3, all those 3's. Now, Dr. Rob, you don't have the -2 there. No, I said it was already there. So all you needed to write was what in the world was this 1/3. I knew all of that was 0.3 repeating, and I'll put a little line on top of that. So I did it both ways and got the same answer. So the cute thing is, if you got a mixed number, all you got to really do is worry about the fraction part. So 5 and 1/6, I'm not worried about the 5, so I know my answer is 5. What is the 1/6 as a decimal? Let me go to my calculator. Let me type 1 divided by 6. And there is the rest of my number. I have a 1, a 0, which is where the 5 is, and the fraction part is 1, and a 6 that's going on all the time, and I'm just going to put a little line on top of the 6. And there is my answer. Oops. Dr. Rob, you forgot the 5. So let's put the 5 there. Okay, let's update that equation. Good. So a 5 with a 1.6 repeating decimal. So I hope you enjoyed the video and got something out of it. So if you're not sure, rewrite your questions and bring them in. I got a little bit more to go. So copy and complete the statement using the greater than or less than. So here's something you should know. When you're comparing or ordering rational numbers in different forms, always use decimals. That way you can see what you're dealing with. I tell my students, think money. I'm going to draw my favorite symbol, the dollar symbol. And now I know negative money is not good. That's owing $2.45. So that's not good. What's owing $2.04? How much money is that? Well, let me get my calculator. And I know I'll owe $2. I need to know what's going to be 4/10. So let me get my calculator. Type 4 divided by 10. And see how much money that is. That's, 40 cents. So I'm comparing owing $2.40 to comparing $2.45. So I got to know which one is better. So, so that way you can know which one is better, less than or the greater than. So I use the better symbol. So which one is better to owe? You owe money, but which one is better, to owe $2.40 or to owe $2.45? It's better or greater to owe $2.40 than owing $2.05, because if you owe $2.45, you owe a nickel more. So let's move this out of the way. And there is our answer. Okay. So here's one for you to try. And again, I would recommend using your dollar sign to help you out compare. I hope you understood what we just did when we're checking which is greater and which is less. Here's one more we got. Order the numbers from least to greatest. And now I'm looking at some of these. Some of these I have fractions that are negative. I have rational numbers that are negative. I have an improper fraction here. I got a negative improper fraction. So remember what we said. We need to change every single one of these into decimals. So that way we can know what we're comparing. So my first fraction I got is negative 2 divided by 3. Well, let me clear this first and see what is 2 divided by 3. See how much money that is. So that's negative 6 with a line on top of it because the 6 repeats. And let me put my decimal point. And if you want to put a 0 there, I'll put a 0, negative 0.6. And then we got another one, 3 over 2. Let's see how much money that is. So 3 divided by 2. And that's $1.50. 1.5. And that's positive. And we're trying to get all of the numbers into decimals. So we got one more fraction we got to change. So let me get that one. So I got negative 5 divided by 2. And that gives me negative 2.5. So negative 2.5. Let me bring down the rest of these numbers. I got 1.6, comma, negative 0.5, comma, $1.50, comma, and that. Now, if you remember how we taught in class, I put a dollar sign, extra number at the end, a 0 at the end, and that way I can tell how much money we're talking about. Put my 0 at the end here, 0 at the end here, dollar sign, and a 0 at the end. All right, so let's put them in order. From the least, which would be the smallest number, which is the worst off amount of money to have. And I see negative $2.50, which was the negative 5.2, which was the next one. Let me cross that off. Which one was the next one, which was the worst off to have? I see a negative 60. That was 66 cents. Okay, because it had a line on top of it. So negative 66 cents, repeating, and I see a negative 50 cents. So I'm going to go with the negative 66 cents, repeating. So the negative 2/3 was the next worst. Let's cross that off. And now we got one more negative 50 cents. So that's the third worst. So let's put that there. And let's cross that off. And we got two more. So we got $1.60 and $1.50. Well, $1.60 is the most money you can have. So I'm going to put $1.60 at the end and $1.50 right before that, which was the 3/2. So now we got them in order from least to greatest. So what you got to do, remember, in order to order from least to greatest, you need to make sure you have the same type of decimals that we're talking about. And I always use two places because we're talking money when we're talking decimals. All right. So I hope you enjoyed it. Here's a question that's coming up for you. So I hope you understand it. Write down your questions if you're not sure and rewatch the video. Here's a question for you. Order from the least to the greatest. All right. So that's it for me today. There's Dollar Teacher Homework Helpline at 212-777-3380. They're very nice people. Give them a call. They will help you out. That's Monday through Thursday at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I hope you check out my YouTube channel. My channel name is Dan Robinson, PKMS. Subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. Write us a comment. I do write back. Check out our latest release, PKMS Math Prep 21. You can tweet me at DRobMath1. Watch Math Time, our show, on Tuesdays from 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. only on Optimum Cablevision, Channel 15. So if you would like some more study worksheets on this topic that we've been doing, write me at drobinson@peakskillschools.org. There's Little Kinsley in our Math Prep movie, Math Prep 21, The Pandemic. Good movie. Check it out. So I hope you enjoyed our study skills video dedicated to Jay there. And he was dealing with converting between fractions and decimals. And as I said before, check out my other video on using the decimals calculator to do that, because it works a lot faster. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Dr. Rob signing off. Talk to you soon.